TikTok shop affiliate is way different than any sort of, I think, social media marketing we've ever seen. So many people are still very hung up on creating this, hey, I'm Melissa. This is my holy grail product. You've got to hook the viewer on. TikTok is all about the engagement and that retention rate and that watch time. So there's still a lot of people that do not like, the TikTok shop videos. And as soon as they realize they're being sold to, they're going to swipe.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Brands Meet Creators. In today's interview, we are sitting down with one of TikTok Shop's top earning creators to get exclusive advice, insider tips, and strategies that helped them skyrocket their success within TikTok Shop. Whether you are a new creator starting out on TikTok Shop or you've been doing this for a long time, we want to give you a chance to learn from the best. And remember, if you want expert guidance and you want coaching calls and free courses and a private community where you can ask any questions at any time, then we want to invite you to join our free TikTok Shop Affiliate Accelerator Agency. You can sign up to our agency using the link in the description below, but let's get into today's interview. Hello, everyone. I am so excited because today we have Melissa Vicindes that we are interviewing for her TikTok Shop success. She is actually one of the Brands Meet Creators Academy students and a creator herself. She does some coaching. Obviously, we're going to talk about all of that. We're going to talk about how she's been able to generate over $120,000 in GMV in the last 28 days from TikTok Shop and one of her top performing videos. And we're going to break that down. Why is it performing so well? What's working for you? Get into all of that. But before we do, Melissa, thank you for being here. How are you?
Thank you. I'm good. I'm super excited to be here. I've been a fan of all the Brands Meets Creator stuff since I became a TikTok Shop affiliate. And I always see these interviews. And so when you reached out to me to interview, I was like, me? Oh my goodness. So excited to be here. This has been a wild, wild ride.
Yeah. Speaking of wild ride, can you give a little backstory? Like, when did you start creating content? When did you join our academy? And what has it been like for you?
Yeah, so I started kind of how I got started with the content creation thing. I saw a TikTok. This was like a little over a year ago. I saw a TikTok of a girl talking about, did you know you can make Amazon review videos and get paid? And you don't have to post on your social media. Like, you're not driving people to it. And I thought, everything in my house is Amazon. Like, what is she talking about? So it is pretty elusive and it's hard to figure out. They make it hard to figure out how to do it. So I just went down this rabbit hole. Okay. I learned everything I could and I started doing these Amazon reviews. Super easy. Don't need a lot of editing experience. And, as time went on, I'm making a couple $100 here and there. And everyone in my Amazon community kept saying, TikTok Shop, you got to do TikTok Shop. And I was already on TikTok and I posted a lot, just random, funny, what I thought was funny videos. And I kid you not, I was like, that is so cringe. I am not going to be that person that's like, hey guys, you should check out this product. I said, no, I will not. But I finally decided in December of last year, I said, let me just try it. Let me just see. Worst comes to worst, I'll get some free products out of it. And let me just say, February of this year, I'll never forget, it was Super Bowl Sunday. I had made a video and it went crazy viral. I think we're at 3.8 million views. And I was just refreshing my TikTok, showing my husband, is this for real? What is happening? So ever since then, ever since February, I've just been continuing to just absorb all the info I can. I wanted to keep recreating that virality. And so I decided to join Brands Meets Creators. I did the academy. I learned so much through just, watching other successful creators. And it has been so fun.
Well, I'm happy you're in the academy. I know that there's things that people are obviously learning from you as well, which is really exciting. That's what I love about our community is it's not just leaders and students. It's literally we're all creators and we all have something to learn from one another. So it's
Absolutely.
really fun having you in there. And then are you in our agency now?
I am. Yes.
Amazing.
Yes.
I've
I've gotten 2 retainer clients from Brands Meets Creators. So that is really cool. To have that guaranteed working with that brand, helping these brands grow especially on TikTok Shop.
If you are a TikTok Shop affiliate and you want to maximize your earnings, we want to send you our free TikTok Shop newsletter. In the newsletter, you will get the latest tips, trending hooks, insider updates, all delivered straight to your inbox. And you can even unlock bonus commission on the hottest trending products. All you have to do is sign up using the link below. Yeah, so I know I was gonna say, do you want to explain more of like what a retainer is? Do you want to just explain? You don't have to say the brands, but what are the two retainer expectations that are on you, and like what do you get paid from that?
Yeah. So for retainers, it's basically, you're getting paid for your time up front. A lot of people, especially when you're first starting out, you kind of get starry eyed about the free products and I could maybe make a 10% commission, that sort of thing. So the retainer deals are, you have proven, you can look at my statistics and you can see, like, I have an engaged audience. I have researched what's trending, what's hot, that sort of thing, what kind of content works. So for the retainer deals, it's nice. It can be anywhere from, $200 a month to, let's say, $600 a month. And that brand is paying you, on the first of the month, and they're saying, hey, you're going to post 8 videos on your page for us, or you're going to post 10 videos. The thing with that is it's easy to get starry eyed by those dollar signs and like, ooh, guaranteed. But there are so many retainer deals, I have not applied for, or I have not tried because I'm not passionate about that product. So it's really important to make sure you're making content for a brand that you like, that you identify with. There's several that I've seen that I've thought, oh man, I have the stats to back up that they might pick me, to be their creator, but do I really feel passionate talking about blank?
Wow, that's such an important point too. And that's something that me and Nick always say is like, if you're not excited about it, it's going to come across as if you're not excited about it. So would you
Exactly.
say that you're like the videos you're making now, are those products you genuinely love and that you're genuinely excited about?
Yes. Now, I will say, I talk to I do these coaching calls, and so many people that are struggling, they're just going through Marketplace and they're just requesting samples of like, ooh, I love that sweater, or ooh, and I'm looking through their videos and they're making videos of products that have sold 5 or have sold 20, when there's products on TikTok that have sold 800,000, 900,000. So I definitely have gotten more strategic when it comes to picking products, but I'm not going to promote a product that I don't know anything about. There's several viral products that I don't feel comfortable talking about it because, like you said, it will come across as not genuine. And even though TikTok, it isn't always about, your following, most of my buyers come from the FYP. So a lot of people I think struggle with, hey, I'm Melissa, I wanted to show y'all on TikTok. That doesn't matter, right? So, but I still want people to trust and to come across as genuine. So I will only promote products that I either have tried, I love, but also that are making good sales. So it's a good mix of being strategic and being, doing products I like.
Yeah, I think that the emotional aspect of choosing products you like is so important. But then, like you said, some of these shops aren't really shops that have a lot of inventory. So let's say your video does go viral and they haven't made a lot of sales, or maybe they're just like resellers, then you're gonna have a product that's going viral that doesn't have any more in stock, or maybe isn't even a good product that is quality, and then that's going to be reflective upon the kind of content that you make. So it is important to be strategic and really choose those products that you can be backed behind, because it is your face and your name with this piece of product. That's so brilliant. So in terms of challenges, because I know that, remind me again, when did you get onto TikTok Shop?
So I posted my first like shoppable content in December of last year. But between December and February, I probably only posted total like maybe 4 shoppable videos. So I don't really count that. I mean, I was just kind of trying to learn, see how you would request the products, tag the products. But mid February is when, ever since that took off, I have made sales every single day since mid February. And so I would say mid February is when everything took off.
Wow. And just for reference, it's now September 2024. So February 2024,
Yep.
you started, and that's crazy that you've had sales every day. What in the world? That's amazing. So before we get into some strategies with that, what are some of the challenges that you face? Like, what are some of the things that maybe made you hesitant or things that you've had to overcome?
I would say, I mean, TikTok Shop is always changing. There's always new rules, there's always new so it is a lot of work to stay on track with that. It's a lot of work to, especially once you have a video go viral. I mean, my emails, my DMs on TikTok just completely flooded all the time. So it can get very overwhelming and very, I kind of want to say addicting, because you're just like, another big challenge is a lot of people expect to see success overnight with this. And you're not going to see, now, yes, that video for me blew up in mid February, but you're not going to see success overnight. Okay. So for every great viral video I post, I probably have 10 videos that do nothing. All right. So it really is a roller coaster. You got to ride the roller coaster because, after that first viral video in February, it was funny. When I saw that go viral, I thought, oh my God, this is possible. So I'm just running around pumping out content left and right. Let me do video, video, video. And it was so funny that it was very close. February and March, I had about around the same number of what I brought in commission. And then April, it went way down. And I always say, like, oh my God, what if I would have quit in April? Like, I kept thinking, like, just keep trying, just keep trying. And then, bam, May, I've been uptrending ever since May. So it's hard. The biggest challenge is knowing, like, look, you're going to put a lot of work into this, but you've got to think about you're building a content of library. You're building library of content. And, even if a video doesn't go viral now, 2 months from now, you might sell 2 or 3. So a lot of people are like, I'm really struggling. I'm not selling anything. And I'm like, you've been doing this 2 weeks. Like, you gotta be patient. So that's the biggest challenge, is like staying motivated.
How do you overcome the overwhelm of all of the DMs and the inbounds? Like, because, okay, a lot of people, including myself, when I'm overwhelmed, I sometimes freeze and like just like don't do anything. But for you, how consistent are you with posting content and how have you been able to just overcome, maybe not fully overcome, like nothing is perfect, but how have you been able to overcome some of those just overwhelming things that we all have experienced as creators on TikTok Shop?
Yes, a few things. So once I like really had some stats to back up, hey, I've done this much GMV just on this video. My posts have had this many views in 28 days. I mean, right now I'm sitting at the last 28 days, I'm at 18 million views on my posts in 28 days. That's pretty awesome.
Yeah, that's
And
amazing.
so now that I like have the stats, I kind of have a little template that, like, when brands reach out, I just immediately, hello, thank you for reaching out, but I'm only accepting paid collabs at this time. So that weeds out a lot, right? Other thing is, I wish I would have knew in the beginning. I was so hung up in the beginning on, you make one video for a product and okay, it got 200 views. That was it. I would move on. I would say, oh, I guess this product isn't going to do well. Whereas now I focus on a smaller amount of products and do 10 videos. Let's do, a short form with text on the screen. Let's do a trending audio with, so I really like try to mix up my content. And so now that I'm like, although my house still looks like a warehouse some days. But I really try to not get so caught up in, oh my God, I love this. Oh my God, I want to do this. I really try to, okay, wow, the Liquid IV is selling so well for me. Wow, these pots and pans are selling so well. This neck massager. And I just keep pumping out the content on those products that I know are selling really well for me. And that's helped not feel as hearing all the noise.
I think that's so important, especially because you have a background with Amazon, as do I. When I got on TikTok Shop too, it was the same thing. And so I think that's a mistake a lot of people make is they're like, I'm going to make a lot of different videos about a lot of different products. But I'm telling you, when you do what you do, where you're like, I'm going to make 10 to 20 videos about this one product, I also think it gives the algorithm a chance to really push people to you that might be interested in that the more that you're kind of training the algorithm, like this is something I'm promoting. And so I think that it's helpful on TikTok because you really can't do that on Amazon, especially now. They're like one video per product. They're
Exactly. It
very
was
strict.
very different and hard to switch over that mindset. Like, what do you mean I can do more than one video per product?
Yeah, and it's crazy too because whenever you get on something new, as I'm sure you have learned, it's almost like you have to be completely humbled back to being an infant and you're like, I'm really good at this thing and now I have to like learn something new. Although it is social media, it is an entirely different beast. It's changing every day, which hopefully the Tea Talk Shop newsletter that we have is helpful because we're all the new rules, all the new trends, we're like, let us send it to all the creators that are in the newsletter.
Very helpful. Yes.
Yeah, okay, good. Yeah, and then the group too. So it's just cool that that's a good strategy. So for Liquid IV, that's your top video, and we will break it down in a second. But how much would you say that you've generated in GMV for Liquid IV?
I mean, so the cool thing is, I have made videos for the cotton candy flavor, the firecracker flavor, the sugar free flavor, but Liquid IV, they have all the different flavors in their shop. So when you have all those flavors in your showcase, someone might stumble upon my video for the firecracker flavor and they might say, oh my God, pina colada is my favorite and I need to restock, but let me try this firecracker too. So I also sell, the pina colada as well. So if we're talking just the cotton candy, I did the math right before we got on the call, and just that crazy viral video right now has done almost 100K in GMV in like less than a month. The firecracker, I've had several videos with firecracker get over 1 million views. So that, I mean, I've probably done at least 200,000 to 300,000 in GMV for Liquid IV since like May. And I will say, if Liquid IV is watching this, I made a video tagging them and I said, hey, bring me out to your corporate office. Let's do a live stream. I have clearly proven that I can generate these sales for you guys. Haven't heard back yet, but I'm giving them some time. So
I think if they're smart, which they are because they're already on TikTok Shop, I think that if they, hopefully they see this, but I think that it's proven. That's the thing. You have the results and you didn't start with the results, but you made the results happen just by showing up. And one way that you show up, I just want to hear how you show up because TikTok's obviously very authentic. So what has it been for you? Like for example, creating one video, how long does it take you? What's the prep like? What does that look like for you to create a video? And how do you choose to show up as your online self?
that's a really good question. Earlier, when I said, like, when I was first thinking about TikTok Shop, and I was thinking, oh my God, it would be so cringe if I'm like, hey guys, I want to show you this product. And I feel like consumers, we are very much moving away from like the influencer movement, these aesthetically beautiful homes and all of that stuff. From the get go, I have been genuine. I have been like me putting on makeup for this. Like, I haven't put on makeup in probably over a month. Okay. There are videos where I'm like, oh God, I probably should have brushed my hair for that, but whatever. So from the get go, I have been very just like authentically myself. I think that people enjoy seeing someone that looks like them or seeing someone, I'm not here to like try to say, oh, I have this perfect aesthetically pleasing, my strategy for filming is very, very simple. I don't do a ton of editing. As I've done more, I've gotten more strategic about my hooks and about, okay, I see that this is trending. Just last night, I used a trending audio on a product that I've never made a video for. And I thought, ooh, I've got this good idea. I filmed it. It literally was a 5-second video. And I think it got 5,000 views in like an hour or two. And I've sold several. So just like paying attention to the trends, right? But as far as like editing and getting all ready, now it does take a lot of time. I do a lot of like batch filming. I think so many creators are struggling because they're overthinking it. They're looking back, they're watching it back, and they're thinking, I look so stupid, or I have no like whatever. I cringe at myself. It's fine. I don't waste time going back thinking I look stupid, thinking, oh my God, let me edit this out. The main editing I do is like editing out those pauses at the beginning, adding my text hook, and adding the captions. And then that's it. I mean, every video that I've really put a lot of thought and this is going to do so well flops. And every video I think I'm at 12 videos now with over 1 million views. And every single one of those was a video that I literally just like, oh, this is a good idea. Film, post, here we are.
Wow. Yeah, like the off the cuff, out of nowhere idea that you just go for. I'm same. On TikTok, those are the videos that perform the best. So it just sounds like you're just like, I'm not overthinking it. You're like, I'm just going to show up how I am, who I am. And it sounds like I mean, obviously it's working for you. And I think you're right. It's so relatable whenever we see that type of content. I love that type of content. So it's wonderful. I'm so happy that it's working for you. And I even like studied your most viral, well, I wouldn't know, maybe not the most viral, the most earning video that you've created. Let's share it with everybody and let's just talk about. I want to hear from you first what you think you did that really is causing the people to buy the product. So I'm going to share my screen and then let's talk about it.
Yes.
Two fun facts that I learned today. One, there is literally a Reddit thread that talks about cotton candy liquid IV because it was around years ago and then they discontinued it and everyone freaked out. Two, did not know that they came out colored. Okay, I always drink in my Stanley, and so I had no idea that this is legit blue and the pink one is pink. So y'all keep buying them. I'm gonna keep posting about them. Let me tell you, if these go out of stock again, we don't know when they're going to come back because it took 2 years for them to come back. And you can only get these on TikTok Shop. So I'm tagging them below. You might have a 20% off coupon. Oh my God, this stuff is so freaking good.
Tell me what you think were the top things that you did that have generated these sales.
So it really was the perfect storm. Liquid IV is like a pretty well-known brand, okay? They sell Liquid IV in Target, in Costco, at CVS, that sort of thing. But I had never seen the cotton candy flavor anywhere. I had only seen it on TikTok Shop. So it was funny, I actually searched, I just put in a Google search, cotton candy liquid IV, and it brought up a Reddit thread that was talking about how, I guess Steve Aoki a couple years ago at Coachella or Lollapalooza something, they did this huge like activation for cotton candy liquid IV. And then they like scrapped it and it went away. And then everyone was like, oh my God, wait, where did it go? That sort of thing. So then I noticed that like it wasn't on Amazon. It wasn't on like, I looked at Walmart.com. I looked at Target. I didn't see it anywhere. Okay. So I thought, ooh, this might be a good content idea because not only can I say, you know, hey, and then they did a sale on top of that. So when I made that video, I thought, okay, not only is this like a elusive item, because there's literally a Reddit thread being like, is cotton candy liquid IV ever going to come back? I truly, when I pour my liquid IV, I just kind of pour in and then put the lid back on. So all other liquid IV flavors do not come out, you know, like a color.
Yeah.
So I truly like did not know that. I was not playing dumb. And so basically that video was the perfect mix of people love to be right on the internet, and people lost their dang minds about there's no way you didn't know this was blue. I saw this at Target yesterday. What do you mean it's discontinued? I mean, people lost their minds over that video. So at the very end, when I say only available on TikTok Shop, I meant that flavor. But that's what made I just saw this and I would try to reply to the comments and be like, yes, but not this flavor. Yes, but you know, liquid IV also is like used by so many different people, right? You can use it for a hangover. You can use it for a stomach bug. You can use it if you work out in the heat. You can use it if you're an athlete. So you really have this huge kind of umbrella of customers. And then of course you had people very upset about the blue dye and how bad for you blue dye is, which fun fact, liquid IV does not use dyes. So that was really good content to like make reply videos and show like, actually it's not blue dye, it's spirulina extract. So it was just the perfect mix of grab it while you can. We don't know how long it's going to be in stock. Last time it went out of stock, it was just the perfect mix, you know, of that. So man, I did not expect it to blow up. I had actually had a firecracker liquid IV video blow up in probably like May. And then it got removed because TikTok was not very happy. But I just thought, can I recreate this with the sense of urgency that this is a seasonal flavor.
Yeah, I think the urgency, the fear of missing out, oh my gosh, maybe it's nostalgic. Maybe somebody remembered it from 2 years ago. And now they're like, oh my gosh, wait, it's back. I didn't know it was back. But then, of course, the engagement bait, and it wasn't even bait. I think you were just being honest.
I
But all the
truly did not
engagement,
mean to, but yeah,
honestly, it worked out though.
it
Sometimes
did.
things just work out in your favor. I think for me, it was the text on screen. You had the hook on screen.
Yep.
You used the captions, like the subtitles. That's helpful for people like me that scroll without sound on.
Yep. And getting
You,
categorized.
yes, exactly. And like SEO and all of that.
Yep.
And then you also were just talking to the camera like you were on FaceTime. You were moving. You weren't just stoic. You were very like, you were
Amazing.
showing it in use.
Yep.
Blue is a so aesthetically pleasing. And you also had like, you told them exactly where to find it. You
Yep.
gave the call to action that was like, I'll link it below or I'll add it below. And again, that urgency. So I think that was just such a good way to craft a video in such an organic way. Obviously, you're really good at making content. And then you said you've been replying to comments with more videos.
Absolutely.
So smart. That's honestly, I always tell people, please do that. Even though, side note, do not tag any videos anymore in the caption. I don't know if you were doing that. I
Mm-mm.
used to reply to comments with a video, and then you can tag 3 videos in the caption.
Oh,
You
I've never
mention,
done that.
yeah. So do it on videos that aren't TikTok shop. But I used to do it, I've been doing it for a couple years now to every single video I've ever made.
Okay.
And um, recently, I don't know if this will be true next week because, like you said, TikTok's always changing.
Yeah.
But a brand tried to run one of my videos as an ad and it won't let them anymore because I tagged 3 other videos.
Oh,
So, just a side note, that's like newly as the past couple days. Yeah. So, don't do that. But it sounds like you weren't doing that in the first place.
I
So,
didn't even know you could. So look, we're learning something new every day around here.
literally, yes. But also, if you do post videos that aren't TikTok shop, definitely tag 3 videos. That way they
Okay.
can find like the previous video and then 3 more videos. So every video is tagging 4 more videos. It's such a
Awesome.
good strategy. Yeah. It's just good to do that.
Yeah.
Um, also, okay, last thing. What is one main piece of advice that you would give content creators that want to be on TikTok shop? Maybe they're struggling, maybe they're hitting their May month where it's like, or April month where they're like, I'm going to give up.
Yeah.
I just want to give up right now. What would you tell them?
I would say that, TikTok shop affiliate is way different than any sort of, I think, social media marketing we've ever seen. So many people are still very hung up on creating this, hey, I'm Melissa. This is my holy grail product. You've got to hook the viewer on TikTok is all about the engagement and that retention rate and that watch time. So there's still a lot of people that do not like, the TikTok shop videos. And as soon as they realize they're being sold to, they're going to swipe. So my biggest takeaway is and what I tell people that are struggling is stop making it like, I wanted to tell you guys about this product that I love, because these people don't know you. They don't care. They don't trust you. You've got to hook them. You've got to do the storytelling. You've got to do the text on screen with the trending audio. Like, a lot of people are just being too, like how you would do if you were doing a sweater on Instagram stories or, Amazon reviews. So it's a totally different ball game of type of content that works and converts.
Yeah, and I think some people that do have experience might need to unlearn some things. So it might be more difficult, but it's so worth it. Obviously, it's so worth it. Like you've had so much success. I know it's just the beginning for you too, because I'm sure you're just going to continue learning and growing and things are going to change and you're going to change with them. I think flexibility is such a good skill that you have, but you're also hardworking and you're not overthinking things. That's
Yeah.
such a good skill. I'm like really
Overthink
happy for
every
you.
other area of life, but somehow with TikTok, I don't.
Honestly, if there's any way to not think about something, I'm glad that it's TikTok for you because it could be so easy to overthink it. But I think just showing up as you is enough. Obviously, it's more than enough because you're so successful. And I know you do some coaching too. Where can people find you, look at your content, reach out to you?
Yeah. So my username on TikTok is Melvici, VICI. And if you go to my page, you can check out my content. I have a playlist of all my videos with over 1 million views. I have a playlist with some of the products I really like that do well. And then there's a link in my bio there. You can do a coaching call with me one-on-one. I love doing those coaching calls because so many people, are so close, right? They're so close. And I can look at someone's page and immediately know, like, this is what you're doing wrong. Like, you're on the right track with this, this, and this, but let's tweak this. And then, I've got the Brands Meets Creators sign up link in my bio, which has been so helpful for me. I tell everyone I know, Brands Meets Creators, it'll really up your content game. So
Yeah, I agree. I started 2 years ago with BMC, and now I'm like just so grateful to even be able to talk to people like you that are just you're just a mom, like you're just living your life, and you're like, I'm gonna jump on this thing, and it
yeah,
just it's so possible for
it's
anyone.
it's crazy.
Oh, man. Well, Melissa, thank you so much for being here and just talking with us. I'm excited to see your continued growth and the trajectory that you're on. It's a very hard word to say,
Yeah.
but I appreciate it. Is there anything else you want to close out with? Anything you want to tell creators or anything like that?
I think just, stick with it. It's like I hear so many people say they're getting discouraged and they've only been doing it a month, or they only post 2 videos a week. You just stay with it. If you like creating content, then anybody can do this. I mean, literally anybody can do this. If you stick at it, if you are strategic, that sort of thing. So
Yeah. Well, I couldn't have said it better myself. Thank you, Melissa. I
thanks,
appreciate it.
Michelle.